What is going on, Ada Nation? Welcome to Dapp Central. I'm your host here, Fareed, breaking down all of the latest news and highlights going on in Cardano. Today's video is going to be focusing solely on wallet providers within our growing ecosystem, and I want to break down all of their latest highlights. Now, as a part of this video, I want to touch on Eternal, Lace, Yoroi, Vesper, and a really cool wallet that was just released by the Cardano Foundation surrounding DIDS, or Digital Identity Support. And then last but not least, I want to talk about the Jira wallet as well, which is really bringing a really needed feature right now to prevent scams and phishing attacks, given what we've seen over the past couple of days with over 200,000 ADA being taken from the community and more scams or phishing ads being played on big platforms, for example, like Twitter and YouTube. Now, if it is your first time stopping by the Dapp Central YouTube channel, I do want to go ahead and just say thank you for watching the content. I definitely do appreciate it. Again, my name is Fareed, and my goal is to provide you in the Cardano and just crypto community with all the highlights and news going on in this ever-growing space. If you do appreciate content like this, I would appreciate you if you could smash that like. If it's your first time stopping by and you want more content just like this, consider subscribing. And last but not least, I am a single stake pool operator conducting or operating the Dapp Central stake pool. If you'd like to support me on my mission to educate the growing Cardano community, then consider delegating with the pool. Now, moving forward between epochs number 451 all the way through 493, you will be eligible to earn the Matera token as well as ADA as a part of their ongoing ISPO. So I was lucky enough to be chosen as a partner pool. And again, if you're not familiar with Matera, they're going to be an index platform or decentralized index platform launching on Cardano, hopefully in early or mid timeline of 2024. I do have interviews with Daniel Samson, who's going to be their CEO and founder, and I've been covering them here on this channel for quite a bit of time. So if you want to show support, then also consider delegating to the stake pool. And as always, I definitely do appreciate you guys taking the time and opportunity to go ahead and do that. So without any further ado, let's go and jump into the very first topic for today's video, which is going to be some news surrounding the Eternal wallet. So Eternal is one of the first wallets that launched on Cardano. They're one of the more advanced wallets. You know, I would classify Nami as probably the simplest and easiest wallet to use. And then for anybody who's maybe a little bit more advanced and wants some of those quality of life features, right, with those granularity pieces or with those pieces of granular functions, then I would definitely recommend the Eternal wallet. So the first piece of news is that we now have the Keystone wallet, which is a hardware wallet provider, adding support for Cardano through Eternal. So if you own a Keystone wallet, for the longest, you were not able to store Cardano or ADA on it. Well, that has now changed over the course of the last week, where we now have Eternal collaborating with Keystone in order to add hardware wallet support through Eternal. So that is the first piece of news I wanted to highlight there. And it states here in the tweet, Keystone is here to revolutionize the Cardano ecosystem, and we're thrilled to announce our integration with the feature-rich Eternal platform. Moving over, again, we do have Eternal as well, partnering up with the Dex Hunter platform. So Dex Hunter is a DEX aggregator on Cardano for anybody who's maybe looking to make swaps or make purchases of multiple assets at one point. This is a decent place to go ahead and perform those types of swaps. If you do have larger swaps and you basically don't want to have a huge price impact, you can go ahead and utilize a platform like Dex Hunter as well. So it states here, as a part of the Eternal released v1.11.15, they have added, again, the Keystone wallet hardware integration, but then they've also added Dex Hunter in wallet swaps, which also include order splitting for reduced price impact. So the Dex Hunter team has their integration platform or integration toolkit that allows for their user interface to basically be added in multiple places. So we've seen them being integrated into Tap Tools. We've seen them integrated into the Working Dead. We've seen them integrated into JPEG.store, just a lot of different platforms that have their own token with their own website. It just makes sense, right, to just plug in the Dex Hunter user interface directly there in order to keep your community on your website, but also give them the ability to make purchases for whatever native token that the actual project has. So really cool and interesting collaboration, not only with Keystone, but also with the Dex Hunter team. Again, this is just the reiteration of the partnership with Dex Hunter and Eternal. So that will take us there to the first updates surrounding the Eternal wallet. The next wallet I want to jump into is going to be the Lace wallet. Now, the Lace wallet is developed by IOG, which is going to be the research-driven arm building out Cardano. And they recently did also adopt the Nami wallet, which was developed by Alessandro, and this was done about a month ago. So jumping into the update here, it states that the Lace team is thrilled to have just released version 1.7. So this team continues to iterate. I remember when version number 1 came out, it was very, very basic. And since then, they continue to listen to the community in order to add more and more features. I think the latest and the biggest feature that they've recently added is the support for multi-pool delegation. So if you want to support a single stake pool operator like myself or anybody else within the ecosystem, previously you had to utilize different wallets in order to do that. Well, utilizing their multi-delegation feature, you can now go ahead and delegate to multiple stake pool operators all within the same wallet or all within a single account. So that was one of the biggest updates coming out. I believe it was for version 1.5. But jumping into the updates that were released for 1.7, again, we have the ability to store our portfolio on chain. So previously, if you were delegating to a number of stake pools and you maybe closed out the extension or got a brand new laptop, you had to reestablish those pools that you were staking or delegating to. Now, because the information will be stored on chain when you make a delegation, it doesn't matter if you open up the extension or if you reinstall or uninstall Lace Wallet. Anytime that you jump back into your wallet, that information will be saved because, again, those choices are now being saved on chain. They've also introduced this new feature to reduce drift. And this was actually something that I was not familiar with. I'm still not understanding what the drift is here. So if anybody's watching this video and you understand exactly what drift is, please let me know, because as I understand it, once you delegate to a stake pool, the value or the amount that you've delegated should not change. Obviously, if you're making purchases or moving ADA in and out from that particular wallet, because we do have liquid staking, the amount that you have delegated might change. But it states you that drift is going to alert you with the warning banner in the staking section if your portfolio is drifting too far off course. Now, this allows you to adjust your staking allocations to align with your portfolio preferences during transactions built within Lace. Again, I'm not sure what they're referring to when they're mentioning drift, but I would definitely be more than open to hearing from anybody else who's out there that does understand that particular feature. Now, there is another cool piece here, which is surrounding better insights on pool retirement and saturation. I mentioned this a while back when I looked at ADA stats. There was over, I believe, 20 to 25 million ADA being staked to different stake pools that had all retired. If there was a way to reach out to the people that were delegating to those pools to alert them, that would really be a big feature, and the Lace team has heard us within the community. So they've upgraded pool alerts for pools that are going to be retiring or pools that are oversaturated, therefore reducing or giving diminishing returns on the amount of ADA rewards that you get for those specific pools. So two scenarios, again, one when a pool is going out of business where you want to go ahead and just switch pools entirely, and then one maybe when a pool is oversaturated. If not enough people move out of the pool, it might be best for you to move out in order to be able to join a non-saturated pool and earn all of your ADA rewards. So those are, I think, the two biggest pieces there. Moving over, we do have the Lace team also partnering up with a platform called Create. So Create is an NFT marketplace supporting Cardano, and it states that the time has finally come and that Create and Lace are becoming a thing. So Create has now added the ability to connect your Lace wallet in order to utilize it on their platform. If I jump over to this next tab here, we have the Create Twitter, which has right now around 8,100 followers. I actually was not privy to Create up until now, but I have been checking them out, and they actually provide a different style of art compared to platforms, for example, like JPEG.store or even Plutus.art or Flipper.io. This seems to be more or less catering to art aficionados, not JPEG junkies or degens, which I think is completely okay. But it was just a different style of art compared to what we normally see on some of the other platforms or just by coming out, of regular NFT projects. As you guys can see right above my head there, I do have the Connect wallet dropdown expanded where we can see support for Nami, Eternal Lace, Flint, Typhon, and the Jira wallet as well. Again, if you guys want to check out create.art, you can go ahead and do that by just heading over to create.art with a K, not with a C. So just want to give you guys a heads up there. And as you guys can see, this is a little bit different than some of the art that we're typically accustomed to within the Cardano space. Okay, that will do it there for updates surrounding the Lace protocol or the Lace platform. Now, if you guys are enjoying today's video, again, I would definitely appreciate you if you could tap that like button. If it's your first time stopping by Dapp Central and you want more content like this, consider subscribing. And last but not least, if you have any questions surrounding anything we're chatting about, then please make sure to go ahead and leave a comment down below. Jumping back in, I do want to quickly touch on the in-wallet swaps, which are now available through MuesliSwap for the Yoroi wallet. So Yoroi is one of the kind of OGs within the wallet space as well. I would say that they're kind of in the middle between something like Eternal and Nami. They do provide a lot of robustness and a lot of features, but they're not as user-friendly as, for example, something like Nami, where they've got just a handful of buttons and they really simplify everything for a brand new beginner into the Cardano wallet space. So it states here, it's time for Yoroi to spread its wings. Powered by MuesliSwap, they're now going to be integrating seamless swaps, which are available on iOS devices. So a really big feature here, if you're on the go, if you're maybe looking to make a swap while you're not at your computer, this feature could definitely come in handy. And then there's another wallet as well that I want to jump into that also has brand new in-wallet swaps as well. So as you guys can see in the screenshot there, right, you can now basically jump into a MuesliSwap trade utilizing the Yoroi wallet, and this is all done directly on mobile. It looks like they support market orders as well as limit orders. As you guys can see there, you can swap from, swap to, and then provide your market price if you need to. What's interesting is that I do see at the very bottom there the MinSwap logo. So I'm not sure if all the swaps are going directly through MuesliSwap. I would maybe think so, but it could be that, you know, maybe they're working with multiple dexes, even though this is powered by MuesliSwap, in order to give you the best price around. I know that MuesliSwap itself does have their own DEX aggregator, in that, you know, they're basically looking to provide everybody with the best deals, not necessarily trying to bring all the traffic to their platform specifically. But that's it right there for the update surrounding Yoroi. The next piece I do want to jump into is going to be surrounding the Vesper wallet. So this wallet is only available right now on mobile. So unlike Lace, where they're available through Chrome, hopefully we get them on mobile very soon. The Vesper wallet is the exact opposite. They're only available on mobile and they do not have a Chrome or browser extension. Now, I did touch on this very piece before, so I won't spend too much time here, but if you are on the go, this is one of the best wallet options that are available right now, providing in-wallet swaps very similar to Yoroi. You can also stake directly from the wallet. You can also purchase ADA through an on-ramp utilizing Google or Apple Pay, as well as a credit or debit card. If you do want to connect to a dApp or a different decentralized application, you can do that utilizing the Vesper wallet. So for example, if you want to maybe make a CDP swap on Indigo, if you want to jump onto jpeg.store, if you want to log on to LendFi, you can do all of that utilizing the Vesper wallet. You can also host or store your NFTs directly on the platform or on the wallet. And then they also allow for drip rewards to take place utilizing their platform as well. So again, a really interesting wallet. I think that this particular one is underrated, but they are getting a lot of love and a lot of adoption here in the last couple of months. Now, the next piece I do want to jump into is going to be surrounding the Cardano Foundation. This is an interesting one. This is a wallet that was just released not too long ago that does support crypto, but it's more or less focused on digital identity. So think, for example, of a certificate, a driver's license, you know, a credit card, debit card, whatever the thing is that is identifying for you. Imagine being able to store that on the blockchain, but then having to do that securely and being able to show that, you know, the version that you have in terms of the NFT is in fact valid and that it is a valid piece of ID or representation of yourself. So if I jump over into this next piece here, let's see. We have the identity wallet, which is going to be open sourced, being released by the Cardano Foundation. So it states, new product launched, introducing the identity wallet developed by the Cardano Foundation, a W3C compatible mobile wallet that manages self-sovereign identities across Cardano and other blockchain networks. Now, I'm really interested to see what other blockchain networks will also be supported. Do we get support, for example, for something like Ethereum? You know, that would be, I think, a game changer, kind of beginning to bridge the gap between Cardano and some of these other layer ones or other blockchains that we have not had the ability to jump into for such a long time. Now, another cool thing here is the fact that this will support multiple identities or different types of credential standards. And then this will also securely manage digital assets as well. So if you want to maybe store your Cardano native tokens, just ADA or any other type of NFT, you should be able to do that utilizing this particular identity wallet. What I like about this is the fact that it is developed by the Cardano Foundation, which I'm sure has taken the time to do their due diligence and provide all the security features and measures that we need for this to be a reliable and secure wallet. Now, this also lowers the entry barrier for new users. And again, this will present interoperability across multiple ecosystems. Now, very lastly, states that this does integrate key event receipt infrastructure or carry for enhanced interoperability. They do have a fully dedicated website for the Identity Wallet, which right now I don't believe is actually fully out, but there is the ability to try it out. What's interesting is when I do click on this link, it takes me to a GitHub repository, which doesn't actually seem to get me to the product. I will dig around a little bit further to see if I can actually get my hands on it in order to be able to test it out. So again, this is aiming to empower your digital identity while also allowing you to store your digital assets or your crypto assets. So as you guys can see there, we have somebody storing their permanent residence card. We've got their university degree credentials, and they've also even got credentials for the Cardano Summit. So any sort of ID, ticket, pass, whatever the case is, certificate, imagine being able to store that directly in a wallet that is all managed or run utilizing the Cardano network. An interesting piece here, and just some of the key pieces. Again, it's going to be open source. They're going to be focusing on interoperability. They're going to be focusing on accessibility, privacy, convenience, flexibility, and security. Now, if I jump back up here and I click try now, again, as you guys can see, it does bring me to a GitHub repository. If I scroll down, they've got some of the features again, and then they actually talk about the preview. So if I click on preview here, it does take me to this app. However, it doesn't seem to be interactive, at least the last time that I checked. So let's see here if this will actually work. So again, this is going to kind of scroll through, but there isn't much for me to do. There is an install button here. So let me see here. Let me click on install. And that actually did bring something up. So let me bring this up on screen for you guys. And let's see if I can get this up. So I can add this to my taskbar. Let me do that. Let me minimize this here. And then boom, let's try this. So this is actually going to be my first time messing with this. Let me see if I can zoom out. Yeah, I mean, it just seems to be, there we go. Okay, let's try this again. So get started, interesting. I mean, it doesn't seem to be responsive. So create a passcode. Interesting. Okay, let me actually play with this offline, and then I'll release another video breaking this down a little bit further. I was struggling to figure out how to actually install this extension, but now that I've got it figured out, I'll go ahead and just kind of play with it and then come back when I'm a little bit more well-versed with it to kind of bring this up for you guys here in the community. Okay, let's jump into the very last piece here, which is going to be surrounding the Giro wallet. So Giro is a browser extension wallet as well as a mobile wallet. They've got the ability for staking, they've got swaps, and they've also got a dApp store as well. So very similar to the Vesper wallet. But again, they are available on mobile and they're also available on extension or browser. But what we have here is going to be the support for biometrics. So you can imagine utilizing something like your face, your eyes, maybe your fingerprint in order to unlock or gain access into your wallet. And that is what the Giro team has now developed. So it states here, you can now sign swaps and unlock your wallet with the touch of a finger or a simple glance. Really, really cool. Biometrics enhance security, allow seamless access, and further add to Giro Wallet's streamlined user experience. So this team is really thinking all around. They also even have a built-in music player. This has been one of the few wallets to actually allow for you to play music, right? Or utilize your NFTs directly within your wallet. So they continue to add more and more features. And this is actually one that I think is pretty common. I own an iPhone here within the United States, and features, for example, like finger scans or a fingerprint touch is pretty common, but just even unlocking my phone with just my face, right? I don't have to sit there and actually punch in any numbers, and it's very seamless, but then it's also very easy to provide security. Unless you have a twin or something like that, you typically don't have to worry about somebody getting access to your phone or your wallet if they don't look exactly like you do. So pretty cool feature there coming in from the Jira Wallet team. Now, the very last thing I do want to touch on is going to be another security feature. So if you guys caught my last Cardano scoop, which I definitely recommend you guys go ahead and check out, surrounding the top 3 protocols building on Cardano, which will be launching on the mainnet, which include Axo Trade, Genius Yield, and Option Flow, bringing contracts or options contracts to Cardano. I really recommend watching that. Now, during that video, at the very beginning, I highlighted the fact that there's been more phishing and more scam ads coming to the light, some of them on YouTube, but then another one that was actually done through a dedicated website where they basically had labeled a platform as a SNEC giveaway, and all you have to do was send 2 ADA in order to receive the giveaway token. But instead, when you actually sign the 2 ADA transaction, you were also sending other assets within your wallet to the scammer or to the hacker. So these issues are going to continue to prevail, but the Jira Wallet team has now released what they call Cardano Shield, right? Which is going to be funded by Catalyst or by Project Catalyst in order to prevent or in order to reduce the risk when utilizing wallets. The biggest thing that I appreciate about this particular feature is that it will be compatible with all wallets. So they're not developing something just for themselves. They're developing something for the entire ecosystem to benefit from. If I scroll down a little bit here, it breaks down the problem, which is insufficient safeguards for wallet users on Cardano, which is a critical security gap. And their solution is to address the security challenge by implementing a robust and collaborative security mechanism to protect Cardano wallet users from phishing, low trust websites, and potential rug pulls or from potential scammers. The 3 biggest things here are going to be malicious website detection. So for example, if there's a website that has a history or that is known for providing scams or just really, really bad user experience or just trying to take advantage of their customers, they'll be able to flag that. And before you actually connect your wallet to that website, you'll be alerted as to the fact that that website does potentially serve malicious things or might have a malicious intent. In terms of transaction history, again, very similar to what I mentioned about the previous phishing attack that took place with the SNEC giveaway. If you're not paying attention, you're just signing whatever, and you're not aware of what is going in and out of your wallet, you could be susceptible to being taken advantage of. So with their transaction summary, they're going to summarize transactions by providing a clear and understandable security information. They're going to be able to summarize transactions by providing clear, understandable security information for each transaction, ensuring that you're fully aware of all the potential risks. Huge here for consumer protection and just protecting and making sure that people are aware of, again, what is coming in and what is going out of their wallet. Lastly, they're going to have their rug pull alert, so you'll be able to avoid risky and untrustworthy NFT projects by keeping an eye on these projects, which I would assume the Jira Wallet team will have some sort of like database built up with, projects that they know have either rugged or to stop developing. And then maybe when you try to interact with a policy ID or with an NFT or artifact from whatever collection has been minted by these flagged projects, you'll be alerted to saying, hey, within the Cardano Shield database, this team or this particular NFT policy has been noted to, potentially be a rug pull. So maybe you don't want to interact with that. So again, I think really, really key pieces of infrastructure and technology that we need here in order to just stay ahead of the curve. Because as we all know, as we get more technology, so do the hackers get more sophisticated. They never take a day off. And I'm just really surprised that they don't use their efforts for good. They just continuously use them for bad. That will bring me to the end here for today's video. Again, touching on all of the biggest wallet providers right now within Cardano. We've got Eternal adding hardware wallet support through the Keystone wallet, as well as integrating with Dex Hunter. We've got the Lace wallet releasing version 1.7, as well as partnering up with Create. We've got Yoroi providing in-wallet swaps. We've got Vesper and all the features that they provide. We've also got the Cardano Foundation providing or releasing their digital identity focused wallet. And then last but not least, we just broke down the biometric updates coming in from Jira Wallet, as well as the Cardano Shield. If you learned anything along the way, this was a pretty jam-packed video. I would really appreciate you if you could hit that thumbs up. It does help to get this content out to other members from the growing Cardano community, but it also lets YouTube algorithm know that I'm doing a good job. If you do want more content like this, definitely consider subscribing to Dapp Central. And then last but not least, if you have any questions or comments surrounding anything that I've touched on as a part of today's video, then make sure to go ahead and leave a comment down below. That said, and as always, I will see you guys in the next video.